We can move closer
closer.
Yeah, instead of you all. Too closer, we're not.
It doesn't bust.
We know you don't
Thank
like
you,
it,
Sam.
but
I think we wanted to introduce ourselves and then start a couple activities. This is a similar workshop to that was done in the Provo conference, and it was helpful. It was a rich experience. I think Sarah, if you'd like to go first.
sure. My name's Sara Woodhouse. Many of you know me, some of you don't. We thought that we might start off by answering the same questions we're going to pose to you. Up here we've got 3 questions up there. First one, how has your experience been with Revelation on your path as an LGBTQ Mormon? My experience with the church and Revelation has been a fairly positive one. Been very lucky because I realize that not everyone's experience has been so. But when I transitioned, had supportive priesthood leaders and continue. I've had a few bumps along the way, but the majority of my priesthood leaders have been positive, and as a result, I've stayed active. I go to church every Sunday, take the sacrament, I go to the Relief Society, I am fully active as a Latter-day Saint. And my personal revelation, I feel like it's at the strongest level it's ever been. I feel an absolute connection to God and my Heavenly Father and my Savior. That doesn't seem to be going away anytime soon. Do I seek a specific answer all the time? To a lot of things, right? I think a lot of us do. How do I cultivate spirituality and a connection to God? Church, I do go to church. Like I said, I recently, well not recently, probably 4 years ago, was disfellowshipped. Not actually, had nothing to do with me being trans at all. And everything to do with just me wanting to clear up some past mistakes that I had made spiritually. And found it hard to actually get refellowshipped. Was met with all sorts of, why would we refellowship you when if you're receiving surgery, you'll be excommunicated anyway? And my thoughts were, well, what if I die? Right? And so my specific answer to that, my way to cultivate spirituality is I go to church and I take the sacrament. I'm like, if you want me not to take the sacrament, you'll have to come down off the pulpit and stop. So far they haven't. I know I can fellowship with God. I know I'm in fellowship with Him, so I renew my covenants. And so far the bishop has just been fine man. So, what does it mean to claim your faith? For me, it means I communicate with God on a daily basis. That's my answers to those 3 questions.
So we will turn the focus to you very soon, but I just wanted to share that I served my mission in Utah. I am from Seattle. Missionaries were tracking on my street when I was 7 years old. And when my little brother was 2, they were knocking on random doors, and my mom opened the door and invited them inside. And over a period of time, they taught my family all of the lessons, each lesson being about Jesus Christ. And my mom joined the church, and a year later, when I turned 8, I joined the church too. So I've been a member since I was 8, but I wasn't born into the church. So I didn't receive my baby blessing, for example. And it's not something that I even thought about until I served in my mission. I was in Utah. And so when I was in my second area, I asked them if I could have a baby blessing. And they said I was too happy. And they said it was just too late. And I thought to myself, too late? This is the church that baptizes people after they've died. Other than that, it was a good mission. I made a lot of friends among my fellow missionaries because because guys in their early 20s are naturally so kind. A number of them suggested that I start my own business after my mission. It would be a line of luggage called Barth bags, because my last name is Barth. And so it was a good mission. We had a lot of friends, met a lot of great people. I learned two things on my mission. The first is that we talk a lot about love in the church. We talk a lot about love in affirmation. One of the things I learned is that love is more than an emotion. It's an actual power. It has the power to purge everything negative right out of us. And the second thing I learned is that the most important thing is a personal relationship with God. And that's more important than the church. That's what I personally learned for myself. And so, what is your experience been with revelation along your path as an LGBTQ Mormon? It's that a personal relationship with God is what's most important. And I'm really comfortable with the idea that I understood before I came to this earth why I would be gay. I'm really comfortable with the idea that maybe it was my choice, or maybe it was just explained to me, but that I knew why I would be gay and that I was okay with it. But I knew there was a reason. And that the planet happiness doesn't exclude you. And that it doesn't exclude any of you or any people you love. And in time, everything will be reconciled. And so, but personal revelation it's different for those of us who are gay or lesbian or transgender or any of those things. So what we wanted to do is ask you, we wanted to have everyone break up into pairs. Maybe someone that you don't know super duper well, or whatever you're most comfortable with. And if you want to move just a little bit closer, we want to invite each of you to answer these questions with each other. And then we've got another activity after that. But we can pair up, and if you want to move a little bit closer, and we'll go through these questions one by time. Do you have
an odd number, but
we can do one group of three. All right. So pick a buddy, and then maybe orient your chairs so that you're facing each other. All right, if you'll wrap up the thought that you're on. Wrap up the thought. And when you're finished, if you wouldn't mind taking your chair and moving it to the side of the room or the back of the room,
there's a nice solution here, so I'm going to help you make these lines.
Alright, so if we could get everyone to stand up in a straight line right in the middle of the room.
That assumes we can stand straight.
And try and have the same amount of distance between you and the wall.
We're going to be moving. We're going to be taking steps forward, backwards, side, forward, all of this.
If everybody wants to take one big step to the right.
That way we got two more people coming in.
Okay, yep, fit in.
Find a nice slow spot.
We want the same for us.
We're going to do a chorus line next. So,
Steve, there. Okay, I'm sorry. The next activity, called the Revelation Walk, is to help us conceptualize as a group our individual and unique experiences in seeking our life's path. Although we may have the same foundational religious background, our perceptions, approaches can be quite different. As we know, many of us are blazing trails that few have within our group. We invite you, as you are comfortable, to listen to these questions and step accordingly. As in any community, at times, sometimes we may step on each other's toes. If this happens, quietly step to the side and be aware of those around you. The first question, I know God will speak to me regarding regarding important life decisions. If you believe this, take one step forward.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I feel like the Lord has stopped speaking to me. Step. I feel like the Lord has stopped speaking to me. Take a step to the right.
If you have seen or experienced ministering angels or spirits, step forward.
If you or someone you know has had a near-death experience, step to the left.
If you know a way God can speak to you personally or have experienced clear personal revelation, turn your body to the right.
If you are unsure if you have been given clear revelation, take a step forward.
If you are and I'll just read that again in case anyone didn't hear. If you are unsure if you have been given clear revelation, step forward. I can say I know that God exists. Step to the left.
I believe that God exists. Take a step forward.
I am unsure if God really exists. Step to the right.
Would you say that again?
I am unsure if God really exists. Take a step to your right.
I have been told that my answers or impressions are from the devil, or that I am being deceived. Turn your body to the left.
I feel or have felt unworthy to receive answers from God. I feel or have felt unworthy to receive answers from God. Step back.
Would you say that one more time?
I feel or have felt unworthy to receive answers from God. Take a step back. I have gotten an unexpected answer to my prayers. Take a step to the right.
I've never really received a clear answer to questions about the truthfulness of the Book of Mormon. Turn your body to the left.
I feel a strong personal relationship with Jesus. Take a step forward.
I am unsure about my relationship with the divine. Step right.
I feel or have felt fear in approaching the Lord about me being LGBTQIA. Step back.
I feel I am in the middle of a difficult faith transition. Step forward.
I have been through a significant personal faith transition. Step backwards.
All right, take a look at the transition from straight line to diverse direction, orientations, and perspective we may hold on our journeys. In our various locations around the country and world, some of us find ourselves in safe, nurturing environments, and many of us in unfamiliar, uncomfortable surroundings. We must step forward as best we can with the light and knowledge our higher power has given to us. The authentic and honest journey of each of us is a personal triumph worth celebrating.
So we can go ahead and sit down now. As you sit down, you'll notice that the share, no, we're going to do that later. So, at the end. All right, so that, so we have about 10 minutes remaining. I think that it's safe to just kind of debrief on what you experienced, and if you want to just share with the group or with anybody, feel free. It's free sharing time now, so if you'd like to comment on the experience or what we presented.
Does anyone have any thoughts?
I took the writing class for just a few minutes and then just realized it wasn't what I thought it was. But, so I was just writing in my journal because he said right. But this is really odd because I'm not LGBT. I have no children. some of the questions that you asked didn't pertain to me. So, that's what and this surprised me because I usually feel pretty great to have anything to do with LGBT because I feel that call to them. But this is what I wrote, and it's really sad because I'm the one that doesn't fit here. I'm the different one, and I felt that the last 2 days is, even though I'm very, very open and love this community, but it's hit me the last 2 days that maybe I'm feeling a little bit of what LGBT people feel in a room or a family or a ward of me or people like me. But I want to read it. It's very, very short because it was just eye-opening. It broke my heart at the same time because I didn't know. I never felt not included. I never felt different. You know, the only thing I think I've done different was, you know, I have a lot of kids. And even in our church, you know, nowadays that's different. I'm not a perfect Mormon. I'm out to take a couple kids in jail, a couple that tried to take their lives. We've been through molestation. We've been through hell and back. And that's without LGBTism. That's just with what my life apparently was going to be for me. But I'm so sorry. I don't know why I can't find it. It's got to be here. But anyway, that's what it said. It says, why am I here? You know, I was so excited to come. These last few days, you know, oh my gosh, I'm going to go and it's going to be great and it's going to, you know, feed this mission I've been called on and it's just going to, I'm going to connect with everybody and instead, I felt threatened, not physically, but I felt, you know, that maybe whispering behind back or that proverbial slap in the face that really isn't there. Not with anybody because of what you've done. It's because I thought I was in the place for me, you know. I was called to come to Portland. Left all 9 of my kids in Utah, all my grandkids, my job, my ward, my house, because I was called to come to Portland and serve the rest of my life with the LGBT, especially T and LDS people. That's why I'm here. Left everything. And so, but I have that faith. I absolutely know I am to be here, even at the great sacrifice. But yesterday and today, I didn't feel that. I didn't feel that my sacrifice was appreciated. You guys didn't know. It's not like you could have appreciated me. I'm saying this is all about me. You know, that I just thought I would feel this, you know, link in the chain.
Sometimes it takes time, you know. Sometimes maybe the Spirit isn't speaking to you right here and now, but maybe it's going to be in the next few days as you think about some of the experiences that you've had here. Sometimes that happens to me a lot. Like, in the moment, I don't feel it. But then 3 days later, I'm remembering something that happened and then the Spirit speaks to me. And maybe that's how it's going to come for you.
And I'm sure that's true.
So don't worry about it.
Well, but I did just want to say, I understand. It's not the same as what you guys went through.
I think that
But I've been there.
perspective you just gave will serve you well in your callings.
Yes. Yeah.
And when I see
mission, I was miserable at the MTC. And I was miserable for my first few months of my mission. But it was in 2 years where